So I wanted to go over warrant exercise price resets and basically how they work. So we're looking at this ticker, the gap this morning, UOKA. This used to be MDJH. If we have our dilution tab here, we have the details. This actually used to be $1.35. We adjusted it because of this reset. We'll also include the details of the reset here, but also just show you where you can find that just so you know. And the language can be pretty confusing, but in general, they always work the same way where they'll determine a period where the exercise price will be reset, which is usually going to be around when the shares get registered in the event that they came from like a private placement, for example. Often it'll also happen within certain days after reverse split. And then the last one is after a shareholder approval, because oftentimes they need to get approval from shareholders for the warrants first. And then so that's the first part. That's determining what what triggers the reset. And then it will give a clause that will say something. It'll usually be that the reset exercise price will be based on the lowest VWAP during a period. So that would be like 10 days before or after that reset, event, which is the split, the shareholder approval, or the registration. So that's simple. That's the things you're going to want to look for. And then in terms of the other thing is not only is the exercise price reset, but often the amount is reset as well. So this used to be $1.35, and then the amount used to be like 2 million warrants. So the total value of those warrants is something like, $3 million. So the value of the warrants also needs to remain the same as well. So say that total value of warrants was $3 million and the new exercise price is 21 cents. They have to increase the amount of warrants so that the value stays the same. So you end up with this, what used to be, 2.5 million warrants at $1.35 is now 17 million warrants at 21 cents. So this is very common. I suspect that we might not see it as often now, with the new bid price rules. That's another topic I can go over on another video. But then lastly, just to show you where to find this stuff. So if you go into the filing, so the offering is, the details are going to be in the 6K or the 8K. In this case, it's the 6K, it's a foreign company. And then you see these exhibits here. So this is kind of like the fine print of the deal. And these exhibits starting with 4 are the details of the specific warrant. So the Series A warrant, the Series B warrant, this very specific details of it. Like if there's a cashless exercise provision, it'll give you the calculation, or in this case, if there's a reset price, it'll give you the details as well. So here you can see that the reset price is the greater of 90% of the lowest VWAP during the reset period. And you see the reset period is the 10 days after the date it was registered in, which brings up another point, which was kind of interesting. So this one, it was registered on October 31st. If we go back to that day, you can kind of see here. Now, if I go to, this is the daily chart. If I go to the intraday, it's like they intentionally sold it down to the floor price. So the lowest they could possibly go was 21 cents so that they can get that favorable reset, right? Because the reset exercise price is going to be the lowest VWAP in this next 10 days here. So I've seen that in a couple other stocks as well. I went over them in our chat room. Let's see. So that's pretty much it. Of course, you can also ask chat here if you don't know where to look. It's a little quicker too than doing the keyword search, but I just like to read it myself. And then also Copilot can be useful for that as well, because if you ask a question across Copilot, it'll query all the relevant filings, so you don't have to find the exact one. That's it.